We've got several things here for you. We're coming here on you.
He's asking how you are. He asked how you are. He's very hard of hearing.
That's okay.
Not very often we get the opportunity to recognize somebody with his qualifications, so it's a true honor on our behalf.
Absolutely. Yes, thank you so much.
Well, as John's already said, it's an honor to be here, and certainly thank each and every one of you all for being here. But thanks to the family for letting us come and to be able to participate in this today. This is a big deal. We have a proclamation here that the House of Representatives, and I'm going to let him see this as and I'm not going to read the entire thing, but I do want to. There's a couple of lines in here that I do want to say, and it talks about who we're recognizing here. Hubert Lee McConnell, a decorated veteran and member of America's greatest generation, who served his nation with courage and honor during World War II. And so if there's one line that I wanted to read, it was certainly that line. So Mr. McConnell,
What?
this is yours.
This is your proclamation, Dad.
That's your proclamation.
They're thanking you for your service and your heroism.
And we have a couple more items, and I'm going to let Representative Crawford.
First of all, let me say what a great honor it is for me and Representative Hicks to be able to do this. It's very, very few of these men left that fought for our country and put the effort into making our country what it is today. But I have a couple of certificates I'd like to present on behalf of the governor and the state of Tennessee. This is for Hubert McConnell. This is the Centurion Award that's given by the governor. This is for reaching over the age of 100, and as you can see, we're recognizing for 102 years. So that don't happen very often. So Mr. McConnell, on behalf of the governor, that one there is for you. And then the second one I have is making him a colonel, a Tennessee colonel, like Kentucky does theirs. Tennessee has the same award. It's called the Colonel Out of Camp. And this is based off of what he's done for our state, what he's done for our country and our community. And we would like to recognize him on behalf of Bill Lee, the governor, and the state of Tennessee, House of Representatives, and the Senate. We'd like to recognize him as making him a colonel of the state of Tennessee. And with that will be a flag that's been flew over the Capitol that Mr. Hicks will present.
Oh, thank you.
Give me a second to take a look at that.
Dad, Representative Hicks is giving you a flag that flew over the Capitol at Nashville.
Here you go, sir.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. You're welcome.
You know, it's a great honor to come here and thank this gentleman for his service, his commitment to the United States of America, and the freedom that was given to us for these gentlemen fighting in World War II. Thank you very much, sir, for your service.
He's a member of VFW Post 9754, the oldest member of our post.
Wow.
Hey, Dad, you're a colonel now. You've been promoted from staff sergeant to colonel.
I don't think he gets a pay raise though.
I have to salute you now. See, if you'd had this rank when you were in the military, you'd gotten in even more trouble. Every honor that he has received for his service in the military has been amazing. And he actually had not had any recognition really until he was in his 90s. And we went to France for the 60th anniversary of D-Day, and the first place was one of the World War II memorial museums. And we had people from all over Europe coming up and thanking him and Steve Sally, who was another veteran who was on the trip with us. And they were in tears because they had never been thanked before. So anything that he gets, the recognition and that type of thing, we're humbled, to be honest, because he feels like he didn't do anything except what he had to do. And, you know, he doesn't look at it like he was a hero in any way, shape, or form. But surviving was a big thing. And he did get the Silver Star and the Purple Heart. He was wounded at Brest, France. He went over on the Queen Mary when it was used as a troop ship. He saw the Curacao cut in half. He was one of the first 30 on Omaha Beach. He was there before the wave hit. They were the only 30 men on the beach. So they were actually inland a bit and looking down on the beach when the first wave hit. And so they had to see basically the slaughter of their comrades. And that's always had a big impression on him. But like I say, he just did what he could. He was a staff sergeant over a machine gun unit. And he spent a lot of his time coordinating that, as well as taking the wounded off of the battlefield. And to him, that was the most important thing. I've heard his stories my whole life. He's never been reticent about talking about it. I think it was a way for him to cope with everything he had seen. So I kind of, remember all of this, but until I got to be an adult, it didn't really hit me, just how precious he was. Because, it's your dad. You don't really think about your dad. He's your hero, of course, just because he's your dad. But for what he did, it's really been awesome. The last, 20 years, being able to share him with my students when I was teaching, being able to go to these different places and see how honored he is, it humbles me and makes me realize how precious he really is. And I love every day that I have with him. And I hope I can keep him for a while longer.